Hi, my name is Clay Freeman and I want to welcome you to this tutorial on how to use AutoCAD 2017. Now in this video, I will be talking about polar tracking. What is polar tracking? Polar tracking is a tool that is used to draw or position objects along particular angles. So let's dive right in and see how this thing works. First of all, we need to make sure that it's turned on. So if you look down here in the behavior menu down here, you can see I have this little circle with an angle that's highlighted blue. That means it's turned on. Okay. So what does it look like if I use it? If I grab my line tool, I'm just going to draw a box. Now the first thing you'll notice as I come down is I get this green line. That's the polar tracking. That has it snapped to a vertical. Now if I click and do my next line, a horizontal, it snaps to horizontal, then again to vertical. Now you'll notice that how do I snap this last horizontal line? How do I make sure it's horizontal? I want to make sure I position this to the correct height. We have an offshoot of polar tracking called object snap tracking, object snap polar tracking, which can be turned on right here. Object snap tracking, and there's this angle right here. So I'm going to click that to turn that on. Now if I highlight over the object that I want to track to and drag, I'll get a horizontal line, and I got my vertical line, and where those two meet I get the intersection. So I can click there and then drag a horizontal line there and complete my box. Okay, so that's good. That's basic polar tracking and basic polar tracking with snap tracking. What if I wanted to do a different angle other than a vertical or a horizontal line? Well, then I'd have to go down here to my polar tracking menu, this little drop down, and I can select from any of these angle increments. I can do 45-degree increments, 30-degree increments, 23, 18, and so on. So now I'm going to do a 45-degree increment. I'll go back to my line tool and I'm going to draw a box. Vertical, horizontal, vertical, but not all the way up yet. Okay, this time I'm going to click halfway up and get a 45-degree. Now I want it to line up with this horizontal line to close the box. So I'm going to go over here and drag horizontal, and there's the intersection, and I can close my box. So now I have a 45-degree bevel instead of the corner at the top right. Last thing, I said that polar tracking could also be used to position. So I'm going to draw a circle that is 45 degrees. Oh, I can only get horizontal and vertical. Now this is the trick. Alright, with snap tracking, for polar tracking, it defaults only to horizontal and vertical. To change that, I go back to my polar tracking menu, tracking settings. There are a lot of things here, but right here, object snap tracking settings, track using all polar angle settings. Okay, now I can go off my midpoint 45 degrees, draw a circle, and there you have it. Thank you for watching. As always, please leave your feedback, and if there's anything else you want to see, leave a comment below and I'll make the video.